Right, so over the next few videos, we're going to be learning how to do that, but we're also going to be breaking it down, showing you how to simplify it if needs be, and also showing you some core variations and the songs that these are based on, so that you know where else to get more options for what to play over any solo 12-bar blues, in this case particularly a solo acoustic blues in the key of E major. This is very much inspired by Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, and also some Hendrix moves as well that are even used in songs like Hey Joe and Purple Haze. So there's other things to look at. At this level you may have also purchased an electric guitar and you may want to have a go at some of these riffs on electric as well, but it all applies on acoustic. But there's a couple of core changes that we want to do when we're playing lead blues lines on acoustic versus electric, especially solo acoustic. But one of the core things is that we can't do as much string bending on acoustic, particularly on string 3, because a wound string 3, although we can do kind of nearly a whole step bend in most positions or on most acoustic guitars, we actually don't most of the time. This kind of Chuck Berry, even though we can do it, we tend not to. It tends to sound better to do a slide. And that's what we'll be doing here. We're doing this slide from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret and back, often hitting an open string with it. And we'll be doing the same from 2 to 4. We'll be doing that same slide on 3 and 5. Literally straight from Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. The other reason that hitting open strings works great, especially as a pair of strings, is that we have less sustain when we hit one note. Whether we bend that note or not, we just have a lot less sustain on acoustic guitar or a clean electric than we do on an electric with a pedal in front of it with some sort of overdrive. And we take that into account, and with both of those things, so less bends and less sustain, the answer, or the thing that we do to sort of compensate for that, is more hammer-ons, more slides, and perhaps just being more rhythm-led in general, like the rhythm part we'll be looking at. All the time, the rhythm for that is just down, up, down, up, down. That's all my right hand's doing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And I'm actually keeping that going. Right hand, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. A lot of the time that right hand is just keeping that rhythm of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Because it's rhythm and blues. So that rhythm's always there. And if that rhythm stops, kind of it falls down like a house of cards. So if you want more of this kind of thing, and definitely recommended listening if nothing else, would be Clapton Unplugged, his MTV. I'm sure you're familiar with it, with songs such as Tears in Heaven and Before You Accuse Me and maybe Hey Hey. Well, listen to the whole thing, because there's a lot you can pick from that, and there might be something else that catches your ear that you want to start to apply to your playing. Stevie Ray Vaughan, certainly essentials would be Pride and Joy, and also Life by the Drop, which I've done a full tutorial for on acoustic. That's quite inspired this. And also Hey Joe and Purple Haze. And if you want more of this kind of tutorial, on the website we already have Mike Bradley's Acoustic Blues, which is a perfect follow-on directly from this series of videos, this level 8 of intermediate acoustic. But we also have my very comprehensive lead guitar syllabus, which is for acoustic guitar as well as electric. Yes, in most of the videos I'm holding an electric guitar, because most people who take that on are electric guitarists. But if you're wanting more of this kind of thing beyond these videos, and you're like, okay, I like this thing, but I want to learn all 5 positions of the major and minor pentatonic, and I want to learn how to apply that with licks into bluesy or rock or acoustic guitar solos, it's all in there. It's a bit of a meaty project, it can be daunting, but if you want more of this info, it is all there already via the website as part of the membership. But we're going to dig into the core essentials, just looking at acoustic 12-bar blues in the key of E, in this kind of vibe. But it would also work when you slow it down as well. There's so much you can do with this vehicle to show off your skills, and the vehicle being a 12-bar blues in the key of E, inspired by what I've looked at so far. Let's get cracking and check out how to play the first 4 bars of this, and also some key variations that you might want to look at. Those are bars 1 to 4 of this 12-bar blues piece that we're going for. So this goes over those first 4 bars of E or E7, which the rhythm part would be playing if we had an accompaniment. But because this lead part is playing the notes E and E together, 2 notes that basically make up an E minor chord, but when we bend them slightly, we're still playing basically E minor, and then this slide is all E minor, but briefly going to an E major. All of these lead parts are communicating to a listener that we're in the key of E, that E. So we don't need to play the rhythm part. It works great as an introduction, but it works great as a lead break at any point in the song. And this is straight from the Pride and Joy playbook, and also using the lick straight from Hey Joe. So you're learning 2 classic songs at the same time as this. So how do we do this? We slide from 3 to 5 on string 2. We pick strings 1 and 2 together. 1 and 2 and 3 and. I like to use the variation 1 and 2 and 3 and go to the open string there. Then we go fret 7 and fret 8, bending up slightly, particularly 8. We bend 8 almost up to the pitch, sort of a quarter bend, so halfway to a 1 fret bend. Because that minor, this is basically doing a blues curl. So 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 3 and... Then we slide to 5, and make sure you use finger 1 for this, your index finger. Back down, and then 4 to 2. And that is literally Hey Joe. But then we're going to go again minor to major, open string 3, hammer on string 3, strumming an E7 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Super slow, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we've covered in this video. You will no doubt find that different bits fall together at different times, but give it a go, persevere with the bits that are more difficult, and they will fall together, and it will transform your playing when it does.